ಸರ್ ಇದು Hi, good morning all. Yeah, today I've been told to cover something on current affairs. So this is the topic given to me, and I'll try my best to cover as much as possible within the time allocated. So the topic given is like the power of current affairs to crack UPSC. So what do you understand by current affairs? What do you understand by current affairs?
Now it's only current affairs, then in 2 years or 4 years it became history.
It's like generally what do you understand by current affairs? Events, yeah. So we have like the timeline we understand. We have the past, present and future. Okay, so as the name suggests, current affairs is like any developments, any events. So now everything is on the present. Now the question is, assume you were all writing UPSC during the time of Harappan civilization, Indus Valley civilization. You were all there in the Indus Valley civilization and you were preparing for UPSC. So for you, what is the current affairs back then?
Art and culture of Harappan.
Yeah, back then, like mainly Harappan civilization was Bronze Age. Indus Valley is Bronze Age. Okay, so the main focus back then was the developments in urban planning. Planning is architecture basically. Was very important feature. In addition to that, they had trade. Okay, so they were you look at most many of the port towns and these Harappan, Mohenjo-daro, they were all located on the bank of rivers only back then. So in addition to that, what else you would have thought as whatever happening. So for you, what was the history? What was the past during Harappa?
Strategic.
Past, your past was during Harappa. It was all about the Chalcolithic age. A stone man, ice age. That is your past. That is your history. Now we have come here in the present. The Indus Valley has become history to us. Yes or no? See, these current affairs, whatever happens during the present day, okay, they all have a link to the past and to the future. Okay, like take the example of artificial intelligence. Of course, it was the term was coined by decades ago, but now everybody since last 1.5 years to 2 years, everybody is after artificial intelligence. So this is new development. Okay, new development in the sense like coming out with variety of models, chat GPT and all. So many companies, so many startups. So this is, we say, okay, this is current affairs. This is the present developments in science and technology. But for the next year, UPSC, this will become history. Okay, this is okay. So whatever we are studying so far, like you take the example of history, take the example of geography, science and technology, constitution, whatever. All this is static knowledge. What is? Because someone has discovered, someone has written history. Newton's third law of motion, Newton's laws of motion. Newton discovered laws of thermodynamics, theory of relativity. They have all been discovered in the past. Okay, these concepts are static. There is no change. There is nothing new. Okay, but any changes, any new discovery. Suppose there is one more law of motion, in relation to Newton's 3 laws of motion. Suppose someone comes out with one more law of motion. That is also a current affair. But after it becomes history and it becomes static knowledge. Okay, why? That is why I am telling you. So we have come across the recent issue between government of India and the government of Tamil Nadu regarding the Kiladi only, yeah. In Tamil Nadu. What does it say? Why is Tamil Nadu? See, history is okay. This is history. Now they are excavating new places. New places are being dug up to know the history. So they have discovered, they say this is even as old as, I think 4,500 is old, site, archaeological site. Yeah, it's in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Now the question is, this was not discovered 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago. But now it's a new discovery. It is getting added to ancient history. Okay. So many developments are happening. Now we know what are the monsoons. Now this is monsoon season. Now we are witnessing southwest monsoon. So what are monsoons? Monsoons are basically winds. Okay, why the clouds they keep moving? Because of the winds. So these winds are regular or seasonal? These are seasonal winds. They come only during monsoon, from June to somewhere September, October, both southwest and northeast. Okay, but if somebody comes out with new development in monsoons, again that comes under current affairs. But after 4 or 5 years, it gets added to the static knowledge, the past. Okay, see, this is how you have to understand. So why it is important to study? Why studying current affairs is important? Because you have 3 layers of exam now in the UPSC. What are those? Prelims, mains, and interview. Personality test. What is it? Prelims, mains, and personality test or interview. Why studying current affairs is important? Because in each, especially prelims, close to 30% of weightage in general studies, marks, 30% of the entire questions, they come from current affairs. It is important or not then? Okay, 30% is the weightage given. You look into the mains. Mains, you have paper A, paper B. What is paper A? It's compulsory Indian language. qualifying. Okay, like we have studied Kannada. It is for us it's compulsory. It is qualified. Paper B is English. Okay, then move on to paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is paper 1? Essay. Okay, suppose just give me one any essay topic, whatever that comes to your mind. Suppose take the example, you never cross the river, you never cross the same river twice. Assume this is the essay topic. It has come in UPSC. You never cross the same river twice. What do you understand by this? You are all we are the one. Okay. We are not going to cross the same river. Suppose there is a river flowing. Assume the Kaveri river is flowing. Terminology is same. It is the same river. Got it? You can say I am crossing the river Kaveri. Same river, I am crossing same bridge. Maybe there is a bridge or you have to cross manually. Okay. But the question is, whatever the water that is flowing, is it the water same? Suppose I just cross this river. There are so flowers flowing, maybe dead body is also flowing, maybe tree branches are also flowing. But once I cross this, if I again try to come back, whether do we see the same dead body in the same spot? Do we see the same flower? Do we see the same fish? That is the meaning of this. Okay, now for this, how current affairs is going to help us? So, when you write an essay, you must write it from the perspective of past, present and future. So, even in writing essay, the present, whatever we call current affairs, helps us. Got it? Whatever we are studying. So last week we were discussing about essay topic. The essay topic was now we have outsourced self-discovery. We have outsourced self-discovery. Now how can we write about, now how can we approach that essay? How we have outsourced our self-discovery? Look how it used to happen in the past. Maybe history, ancient history, medieval history. Then look at how it is happening in the present. Whatever they have said, it is from the perspective of present. Then how it may be in the future. So whatever you study in the current affairs has links to the past, and based on that it will also have impact on the future. So when you write an essay in the paper 1, you have to approach from the perspective of past, present and future, and where there is present, current affairs will come into use. So you have heard of what is paper 2? So paper 2 we have this heritage, Indian heritage, culture, history, geography of world and society. Okay, so then how is it is it of help to you, the current affairs in the paper 2? When we say Indian heritage and culture, of course, definitely. When you look at India's culture, most of us we mainly focus on we tend to forget Andaman Nicobar, we tend to forget Lakshadweep, we tend to forget Northeast India. Yes or no? So whatever the developments, you look at the celebrations. I've heard of the Sangai festival. Sangai festival. Sangai festival. I've heard of Hornbill Festival. I've heard of Kut Festival. All these happen every year in Northeast India. They happen. It happens in Manipur. It happens in Nagaland. It happens in Manipur, Mizoram, and Tripura. Okay, have you ever even tried to see? Most of us are not aware, though it happens every year. It is a current affairs. It comes under Indian culture and heritage. Have you come across new Indian sites being getting added to UNESCO World Heritage Site? So it's a development, current development. Now how it is going to have impact? Okay, then look at the history and geography of the world and society. You keep hearing about cyclones. So when a new cyclone comes, there is a name given every time. Why? How? It was not history. It was not it was not done maybe in the 50s or 60s. It's a recent phenomena. Maybe in the 2000 like after 21st century phenomena. How are they going to name cyclones? So what happens in Asia, like so wherever these cyclones and in China, what they call typhoons. In China they call it typhoons, hurricanes. Okay, so wherever this phenomena is common, okay, they have those suppose India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. Okay, then look at Pakistan, look at Myanmar. So all these countries have joined together and each country has given a name. Each country has given a name. So they have arranged it in the alphabetical order. Okay, so suppose I am given Aditya, and from Bangladesh you must have given like look at Pakistan. Pakistan must have given Ghori. Maybe Bangladesh has given some other names. So suppose A, B, C are the names given by these three different countries. They are in the order of the Aditya. So now it is Ghori. Now like maybe you look at Bangladesh as Babar. So which one comes first after Aditya? It is B, Babar, then Ghori. So they have this order, they have names which are arranged alphabetically. When the first cyclone comes, the first name first they give it as Aditya. Suppose the next cyclone comes in Bangladesh, they give maybe if even if next cyclone comes in Pakistan, they give it. This is the order now 1, 2, 3. If a cyclone comes in Bangladesh, first cyclone comes in Bangladesh, the name given to Bangladesh is Aditya. Okay, so this is how they have arranged. Cyclones are not new phenomena, but naming, this was a question in UPSC mains. How names are given to cyclones? Now, why it is important to give names to cyclones? See, without name, it is cyclone, cyclone. Nobody cares. But the moment some name is given, suppose Babar name is given to cyclone, everybody wonders who is this? Don't you think? Are you not interested? Don't you become serious and curious? You want to know why Babar is coming. Everybody will say Babar is coming, Babar. Oh, it's because of Babar, it's because of Babar. Or maybe it's because of Aditya, it's maybe because of Aditya. So it means people try to connect with them. So when they try to connect with them, naturally what happens? The message reaches large number of people, and that is how awareness spreads. Awareness about cyclone. The moment there is awareness about cyclone, that probable date, this is going to come, this in next 3 days, next 2 days. Now people will be naturally No, they become active. And governments is also trying to take measures. It will say, okay, please, during those days, don't go for fishing. Okay, don't venture out. Cut off all the electricity. And people will definitely follow. Otherwise, if you only say cyclone is coming, everybody cyclone, nobody cares. So that's it. That is current affairs. So that is present. Now it has become history. Now it has become static knowledge. Maybe more phenomena, new method of tackling, spreading awareness about cyclones may come. Yes or no? That is why it is important. Now the question is, suppose I was coming from that Kodigali gate to this place. So even if you travel, what are the things you noticed? Now what I noticed was, the moment I was coming, and the first thing I noticed was roads are narrow. Okay, there is no proper parking. Most of the vehicles are parked along the road, and it's a narrow lane. And there is no, it's like it's one way, what sort of thing. No, it's very difficult to pass. The second thing I noticed, the moment we entered that road along that lake, there is lot of waste disposed. Lot of waste disposed. Okay, many cows are trying to eat. There are many dogs. Okay, and the the place is filthy. It has become dirty. That is the second issue. Third issue is, probably this lake must have been very bigger, larger. Now it has become very small, and the water is not able to flow properly. There is no proper outlet. Okay, and the so-called Raj Kalwe has become narrow, small. So the next question is because a lot of floods are coming. Then the moment you cross that lake, you come to that narrow lane where we get to see a village life. You have cows, you have goats, you have chickens. The moment you cross that lane, again you come across a different city. So what do you think? Why it has happened? It's because of poor planning. Yes or no? Don't you think these are the problems and challenges related to urbanization? Don't you think it is current affairs? Thing is that we always try to by heart. Please don't by heart. Whenever you travel, look at your surroundings. Nowadays, what is the main criticism? Everybody is complaining about Bengaluru. Most common criticism about Bengaluru. One is traffic. What is the second most issue that they are telling? Pollution. If you look at Delhi and all, it is relatively better. But what is the other issue which is of concern to us? What is the other issue that Roads, okay, poor roads. Transportation is like metro is not there, that is another issue. But what is the other issue? Don't you think people are trying to blame Bengaluru for this so-called language issue? Language? Everyone says people are forcing people, the others, those who have come from outside the Bangalore, they are being forced to learn Kannada. So if you look back 3-4 days ago, there was one more article where somebody was migrated from North India and is staying here. Now, he has lot of praise for Bengaluru. But if you look back 3-4 months back, there was some one company said, no, I am moving out of Bengaluru, I am relocating my company to Pune because I don't want my people, my employees to be targeted just because of language. Maybe he may be right. Assume he may be having 100 employees in his company. Okay. So he got afraid that people are forcing all these 100 employees to learn Kannada. So don't you think all the 100 employees are from outside only, non-Kannada? Maybe or may not be. At least maybe I assume 50 people are from locals. Now, to tell that it's only because of language issue, I am completely shifting my company to Pune. Don't you think something is fishy? He might have, he or she might have, relocated that company for some other purpose. Maybe, he must be from other place. Maybe he must have, found his own space. Instead of paying rent here, he must have his, as his own place, and that's why he may be shifting. But to pin that blame on language in something fishy. Someone is deliberately trying to damage the reputation of a city. Don't you think it is another issue with respect to urbanization? Urbanization, especially when urbanization happens, lot of people come from the outside. Why urban? Why cities? Are farm? Sir, must have told you in the last class. Why cities? Why people come to cities? To look into employment opportunities, to have better standard of living, to get better salary. Okay, so don't you think the unregulated improper planning when it comes to urban areas, that's you look at this area only, you see village, you see different, then suddenly you see a city. Okay, to us it is okay, well, we it's normal for us, but the moment somebody comes from outside and the moment they see, oh, what is this, the poor planning. Okay, now look at the this lake only. Why Bengaluru has seen so many floods in the last 4-5 years? Is it only Bengaluru which is witnessing floods? Don't we see floods in Gurugram? Don't we see floods in Mumbai? Okay, floods are everywhere. The reason we know. I think if you go back and search how many lakes were there in the past in Bengaluru. Now how many lakes are present? Most of the new constructions in real estate, they have come up on the lake beds. Okay, now who is going to regulate? Have you heard of this National Green Tribunal?
Yes, sir.
It has given so many judgments. It has said demolish all those buildings which have come up on the lake beds. When the lakes are enclosed, where will the water go? So, if there is a water in lake, what is the benefit of having water in the lake? Groundwater will get recharged? Yes or no? And it completely absorbs the whatever water that comes, and through a proper outlet, it slowly releases the water. But if the space has become less, what happens to the complete water that used to come? Because the area is same. Now there are so many concrete buildings. Water is not going to go down the aquifers. Yes or no? So see, these are all current affairs. Everything you see, everything you read every day. Don't you read about all these things in the editorials? You read about these things. The same thing, they come. Now, if you look at paper 4. Paper 4, you come across lot of things about technology, economic development, agriculture, biodiversity, security and disaster management. All these come under, most of these issues are covered in current affairs. In newspaper, you get to read lot of things. Okay, you look at paper 3, you have this governance, you have constitution, welfare initiatives, social justice, international relations. Most of these are current affairs only. Suppose there is a new constitution amendment. The constitution amendment is current affairs. Something is amended in the constitution. Now, you look at the welfare schemes. Forget about welfare schemes in addition to generally government schemes. So you heard of the Sudarshan Chakra scheme announced by Honorable Prime Minister on his August 15th speech. It is current affairs. Most of the questions asked last time, they were all from, and as I've told, as I come, when I was reading. So most of them are from government schemes, welfare schemes, new schemes. Okay. Now international relations, international relations, every day, whatever is happening in terms of trade, international, international trade, these tariffs, then the geopolitics, geoeconomics. maybe the Russian-Ukraine war, Middle war in conflict in Middle East, free trade agreements, cultural exchanges, defense exchanges. All these are internationally, they all come under international relations. Yes or no? So you think about social justice. Few days back we were discussing about child labor. Does not it come under current affairs? The entire thing, entire history was given, entire history about child labor was given in the editorial of one of the newspaper. If you get prepared with respect to that, you are like perfect. You have history, what like history of child labor in India. What are the laws within India to govern this child labor? What are the problems? Why we are not able to completely eradicate child labor? What are the international provisions? Everything is covered. You get to read about this every day. Again, it is current affairs. Okay, see, the one thing I can tell you is everything in every issue. Always look at that issue from all these three perspectives: past, present, and future. When it comes to essay writing, please. When it comes to answer writing, same. This is the framework you have to adapt. Past is what? You have a definition. This is so let's take the example of problems of challenges with respect to urbanization. So for cities where with the main issue is why so many cities are cities are growing rapidly, because the population growth is there. In rural areas, youth have to migrate because they have to find better alternatives. So they are coming to the city. Okay, urbanization is happening. It's very difficult to stop this. If you look back Indus Valley civilization, after Indus Valley civilization, there was a gap of more than like 1,000 years for the new cities to come. Why? Because trade declined after Indus Valley civilization. Okay, only during that the Central Asians who came, Kushans, these Shatavahanas and all. So that is how again the cities have started coming back. Even look at the Magadha Empire. Okay, so as I told you, if you have to attempt an answer in essay or like or maybe the paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, so you must approach from the past, present, and future perspective. Let's just take the example this paper. So I'll just tell you. Here the question is about the first topic. What they have given is life after the gun. Why surrender does not mean peace. This is they have given me this Deccan Herald. Okay. Hindu is there? Anything? Yeah, give it to me. Just a minute. Thank you. Okay, let us take these two examples. The topic here is about life after the gun, why surrender does not mean peace. This is related to Kashmir. Okay, they say why surrender does not mean peace. Surrender of what? Surrender of terrorists, surrender of weapons, arms and ammunition. So suppose we are all terrorists, assume. We surrender. Does that mean it's end of the insurgency terrorism in Kashmir? No. Why? Because there are other people. So in one movie there is a famous saying. He says one general. He says, suppose, have you heard of the term insurgency? Insurgency? What is insurgency? Just take the example. So insurgency is like any armed movement. Take the classic example of Northeast India. They call it as Northeast insurgency. Why don't they call it as terrorism? See, it is type of terrorism. Terrorism nothing but use of violence, okay, to instill fear among the people. So insurgency is also type of terrorism, okay, because they also use, they may not use violence. When there is use of violence, it becomes terrorism, okay. So insurgency, it is again armed rebellion by a section of people. If Pakistan-based terrorists are attacking India, that is not insurgency, because Pakistani terrorists are not Indian nationals. In insurgency, it is our own nationals, within the boundary, within India. Okay, they are taking up arms against the state, but with the support of the public. The difference here is public will support the insurgency movement because they may be having genuine concerns. Okay, so in case of insurgency, there is public support. Okay, suppose you kill, there are 10 insurgents, you kill 2. How many are left? Naturally it is 8. But they say if you kill 2 insurgents, okay, the population left will be, it is not 10 minus 2 is equal to, this is equal to 8 plus 5 plus 5 10, so 18. What is the logic? Exactly. Who are these 10 more? They are the family members of these 2 who are dead. Got it? So this is insurgency. They here, see, once upon a time, even now in Kashmir, whenever the locals take up arms, they call it as insurgency. So that's why they say surrender does not mean peace. So you have to understand the context. Now you got the message? Surrender does not mean peace. So that gist you have to read and digest it. They say between 1990 and 2024, official figures suggest around 4,100 militants have surrendered in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. But the question is, surrendered militants have also brought stigma to their families. So once someone surrenders, see, getting killed is different. So killing them, what happens? Okay, as I said, if they are really committed to the cause of insurgency, 5 more people, 10 more people will join from these 2 families. But if someone surrenders, it is the society also looks at them as the so-called gaddars. Suppose surrendered militant's son will go to school. Now what people are the students, of school friends think of this boy? Is a son of terrorist. Even to them it is still a terrorist. And the way, have you heard of these rowdy sheeters? If you commit a crime, okay, FIR is done, okay, the court, every month they will be called to maybe every week or every 15 days they are called to the station to sign in the register. So that rowdy sheeter stigma will be carried permanently till it is removed. And in the village, what happens to such people? They are less likely to get a marriage proposal. Yes or no? People always look at him. Either the society will make him strong or society will make him weak. Both are wrong. Yes or no? What if the same thing makes him strong? He will commit more crimes. If the same people makes him weak by calling him rowdy shooter, what happens to him? He becomes mentally weak. His productivity will come down. So that is how you have to approach. Just have to read. They will not ask entire thing. They may ask only take this question. They will only take why surrender does not mean no peace. Maybe in Naxali affected areas, maybe in Northeast India. Since how long we are seen, we are looking at insurgency in terrorism in Kashmir. First 1947 Pakistan carried out that war done, but actual jihad and all it's all started somewhere in the late 80s, 1980s. But how many years now? 25 plus 10, 35, 38, 40 years. We have killed, terrorists have been killed, insurgents have been arrested, insurgents have been surrendered. Just only look at this, this brief history. Have we been successfully able to completely remove terrorism from Kashmir? Or have we done it in the case of Northeast India? Of course, there is success. Now in Naxalism, Government of India, as per the Ministry of Home Affairs, they are planning to eradicate insurgency, especially Naxal insurgency, by 2026 March. Remember this. They will ask you in this in KPSC and especially KPSC. So they are trying to remove this by eradicate Naxal insurgency by 2026 March. This is current affairs present. Assume by next year, March 2026, it is eradicated. Okay, for 2027, this becomes history. Okay, so the beauty of current affairs is whatever is present today will be history after a month or after 2 months. But with this, it is going to have impact on the future when it comes to policy making. So study of current affairs is helpful for you to crack prelims, crack mains and crack interview, but at the same time it will also help you with respect to your broader understanding of the society. I am telling you friends, you keep on listening to 1 or 2 news analysis part every day continuously for 2-3 years. The moment you are given a problem, the way your analytical skills improves, it's unmatched. I'm telling you, just practice this every day. Listen to one news, maybe 1 hour daily. Take out there are so many analysis which comes. Okay, listen to that. Make it a point every week. You listen to some documentaries. Maybe with respect to World War II, World War I or II, lot of questions come from the world history from these documentaries. There are so many good documentaries in Hotstar, in that Netflix also regarding this, and BBC documentaries on wildlife. At least two episodes in every from every week. Your wildlife and biodiversity. It completely gets covered in this. They cover almost all unique points. Which snake constructs house for laying eggs, for laying eggs, or the for giving birth to progenies? King cobra. It is king cobra. This was the question. Okay, so if you try to look at such documentaries based from India and from BBC, so most of your questions gets covered in that. Okay, so the first page, so that's then they given second one. They say it's like wronged without rights. It is with respect to eviction from the forest. We keep hearing about eviction. Why people are being evicted from forest? If government is evicting them, there must be a reason. So in order to remove us from this area, okay, who has the power? It is the government which has power. How are they going to execute? Because they are backed by the law. So find out which is the law which is helping these government authorities to remove these forest dwellers. The question is, they are being removed. First question comes into our mind is where? And who are these communities? They just say tribals. There are so many names for these tribal communities. Santals, or Nagas. In Nagas we have Maram, we have Angamis, we have Sangtams, we have Sumi. Now here also there are so many sub-communities within. Look into that, where exactly, what type of community is this? Look at Andaman Nicobar. Nicobaris are completely, they're primitive tribal groups. Though they are tribe, but there are some classifications within with respect to relative development. Find out who, where are they staying, why they are being removed now. So one is probably they are being removed because they want to take up some development project, or they might be removed. They must be they are being removed just to make sure that they must have occupied this area illegally. These are the two aspects. Or maybe Government of India is thinking the way they are living in that area, maybe that is not good for them. So they must be given a separate place. Look at the Dharavi. Have you heard of Dharavi? It's the largest slum. Okay, yes. The thing is that the government, even if some real estate or real estate developer comes to them and tell them, okay, you give this land, we will construct apartments and we will give you flats. Do you think people will agree? They will not. Because why don't they agree? The first thing is that they have got institutionalized. The same thing is with the people, tribal people. Every day, the moment they come out of their house, they look at the greenery. Now in city we have alarms. Without alarm it is very difficult for us to wake up. In villages, who is the alarm? The birds, the chicken. They are the alarms. The moment they come out now, see, it is how they are acclimatized. This is how they have got institutionalized. If you tell them, no, I will take you and I will place you in some 5-star hotel, every day you will get to see how now we all we always feel like, let me eat pizza. I just want to eat pizza or maybe burger. How many days we can eat pizza and burger? If you go abroad, the moment you go, like whether you go to Shanghai, Hong Kong, or you go to Thailand, or you go to USA, okay, 1 or 2 days food is fine. When you stay for the longer time, how many days? Like maybe 1 year, 2 years. You always try to look back at dosa, idli, jolud roti, the roti made up of jola, that jowar. Okay, don't you think? Because end of the day we always long to go back to our roots. So that is the first thing. Why these farmers are the so recently there was a protest near the airport. There was a land acquisition attempt by the government of Karnataka to give it for the aerospace industries. But the question is, farmers protested. Land was not given to these companies. Do you think is it right? Farmers protested and they stopped. Okay, let us not give this land to the private industries. Do you think it is right? There are two versions. Both government not giving this land to the private company is also right, but giving these to companies is also right. Because there are so many other states which have given land to the private companies. Okay, the question is, how are you going to defend is what matters. Now how? Take the example of this Devnandi thing. Okay, then look at the land, type of land. See, for giving out a specific piece of land to somebody, taking it from the farmers. So first thing what we need to look at that. What is the type of land? Is it rain fed? What is it, the fertility level? First thing we look at the fertile, whether the land is fertile or not. So what if the land is completely made up of stones? Are you going to grow any crop there? It is not it's agriculture uses. So first we look at the whether the land, because we say the land belongs to the farmers. So if the land is belonging to the farmers, so it must be like farmers must be cultivating. What if the farmer is not cultivating and is growing only one crop, maybe ragi or some millet which is water resistant, and there is no irrigation source? What if the government tells him, okay, you have 1 acre land. This 1 acre land, I'm not completely taking out 1 acre from you. What we will do, we will develop this land, and developed land, some of the portion of the developed land will be given back to the original farmer. Okay, in 1 acre, of 1 acre developed land, 10 guntas I will give you. So 30 guntas will be taken for the development. You look at the economic potential of that 10 gunta developed land. But the question is, here the farmer is not happy. Why? Maybe farmer may be happy, or farmer may not be happy. So farmer may not be happy because he has attached, he has that emotional attachment. He says, no, at any cost I don't want to give this land. I don't want any land, developed land or whatever money that you give. I'm happy with whatever I have. Or the second reason maybe, he may be, he may not have that, decision whether to sell it or not. But there are some pressure groups. Suppose Andhra is also fighting. They are telling, if government of Karnataka is not giving you land, you come to us, we will give you the land. What if government of Andhra or government of Telangana has given money to some pressure groups? Who are the pressure groups here? Rait Sangha, Raja Raita Sangha, Farmers Association, maybe some NGOs. Okay. I give you money, you make sure that you go and spread some misinformation or disinformation among these farmers that if land is developed here, people will lose everything, pollution will come, negativity. So these people have come and they have convinced farmers, like, if you give your land, your life will be destroyed. That is disinformation campaign. Who is doing this? Government of Andhra or government of Telangana? See, possibilities I am taking it. It's not like they have done it. So why they are doing it? Because if I tell these farmers to protest, then definitely government of Karnataka will not give the land. So then naturally where this company will go? It will go to Andhra or Telangana, because now they are ready to offer. So that is how you have to look into the issue from 360-degree perspective. Why it is being done? That is a possibility. Okay, somebody else coming. See, have you heard of this Kudankulam? Kudankulam. It's a place in Tamil Nadu. Nuclear power plant. Who is supporting us? Russia in that project. There was a time, lot of protest happened against this project. Who protested? The locals. NGOs came into picture. Later, with the investigation, it was discovered that USA was funding these groups. Why? Because the project was supported by Russia. It is again geopolitics, strategic issue. Okay, so every issue, okay, these are all current affairs. So you have to study why it is happening, because there is a cause and effect. Everything is linked. Have you heard of this butterfly effect? Chaos theory? Huh? So completely I am not aware. So what the gist is, suppose there is a butterfly flying. Even when butterfly sits, it is sitting with compose. If you had not gone and disturbed that butterfly, it would have at least sat there for next 10 seconds. Now you have disturbed. Now butterfly started. So that wings, that it flies, even that will have impact on rains or maybe temperature somewhere else. Okay, this is how everything is linked, interlinked. Even a small change, it's called system theory. For a system to work, everything is linked. Okay, even a small, this is called like cause and effect. So you have to approach every issue with respect to 360-degree analysis. That is why Government of India has come up with 360-degree evaluation about officers. It is not, maybe I may be doing lot of work in the field, working, delivering results, but end of the day, what if my own staff are not happy? What if my own family is not happy? So that's like work-life balance. So I need to have, that's why they are evaluating, they're taking feedback from the, subordinates, superiors, they're taking, reports from police, whether he or she has any case, any issues, any temper issues. So same way you have to diagnose any issue from the 360-degree perspective. We were just discussing about like, in that essay topic, we have outsourced our self-discovery. So why it is happening? Again, you have to do 360-degree evaluation. So 360-degree evaluation is what? Looking into the past, present and future. So this is the simple gist of how you approach current affairs, because it has links to past and it has links to future. Okay, take 5-10 minutes break and we'll come back after this. Okay, just pause.